Quickly, let me present myself. My name is Shadi. I'm a senior data and research associate at IOM Tunisia. And let me present the AI health chatbot that we started working on to provide migrants information about public health in Tunisia. And the aim is to help them navigate health services that are within IOM Tunisia and also outside IOM Tunisia, means like governmental health services and private sector as well. So I will provide you a context, the theory of change. I'll be quick, John, and then I will go to the demo. Core feature of the AI chatbot, the pilot phase. I thought it's very, very important to show the challenges of the pilot phase, because our field test in the pilot was with migrants, like kind of like the end users immediately, you know. So the context, 13,000 migrants have received health assessment, and 17,000 received also medical assistance in 2024. It's a huge number. So, and also IOM provided over 700 referrals to antenatal postnatal care, which is like pregnancy. It's a very, very important topic for us here in Tunisia. Many migrants arrive with complicated health conditions, exacerbated health conditions, pregnancies, chronic illnesses, because a lot of barriers, language barriers, insurance barriers, stigma, a lot of things. Also, I will say lack of knowledge, language barriers, pathways. Also, they are not understanding, let's say, the pathways, like where they should do the lab test, the X-ray, the appointment. They get confused and they come back again to IOM, to the frontliners, and they need to go back again. It's a vicious circle. And it's already summarized here in the theory of change. Those are in orange are the barriers, the key barriers are the language, because here in Tunisia, we speak Arabic, but it's a complicated North African Arabic. It's Arabic dialect mixed with French and a lot of, let's say, Italian words, also Berber words. It's very complex. Also, a lot of those migrants, they don't have paperwork, they don't have ID documents, so there is a fear of security forces, and there is a lot of, let's say, stigma, or they're not really, it's not easy for them to navigate health services, especially when they are confused and they don't know exactly where they need to go. So we come up with this solution, and we thought that because many of them, now it's democratized, everyone has a WhatsApp, and also WhatsApp, because they cannot, many of them without a valid passport, they cannot buy a SIM card within the country. So they ask their community members and their families from back home to buy them a WhatsApp number so they can use it. That's why we choose WhatsApp. And to help them as a tool with a multilingual accessibility, available 24/7 voice messages. It's very, very important to consider voice messages, because many of them, because of literacy challenges, they cannot maybe read and write in French or English or any other language. Okay, our AI health chatbot is, as I said, offering multilingual support. We are trying also to improve this languages and adding more dialects, more, let's say, West African languages rather than English, French. And even English, French, sometimes it's in a different accent, let's say. It also provides service locator, like we have been providing the AI chatbot, more than 2,000 GPS location for primary healthcare services in Tunisia. And also they can navigate Google Maps links and asking about the exact name of the health facility. It also provide care pathway guidance, and the fact that it's integrated on WhatsApp, it's an amazing solution. Here, guys, let me talk about the pilot phase. So the target was 100 migrant IOM beneficiaries. The what is a WhatsApp contact number. They can add the contact number, because some of them, they have older phones. They cannot scan the QR code, or the QR code sometimes is messy, is not working. Also, I face that sometimes when I print the QR code, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's a lesson learned I wanted to share with you. And so you need to make sure to test. The French one was working, the English one was not working. I don't know why. The how, so we decided that the frontliners, when they decide to refer migrants to any external health facility, they can complement their referral message saying, hey, you can scan this QR code, and this will help you asking more questions. They can guide you via Google Maps, or providing you maybe civil society organization who can help you, plus IOM. Where we did this, we did it inside IOM premises. But the first week, I just put it the QR codes and I talked to health frontliners, and I think that was a limitation because it didn't work out very well because of the workload, because a lot of things, because of the, so I missed, maybe it's my bad. I didn't really give it a lot of social marketing, and I count on word to mouth and promoting during meetings and inviting the head of the health unit, But I figured out that the message was not smooth as I expected. And I thought it's an easy thing just to say to the person, scan the code. And I figured out it's not like that. And even maybe the 30 seconds or the 2 minutes are very important to someone else. Okay, let me move again to the other thing. So as you can see here, these are the QR code I have been putting on the wall, printing on the wall. And as you can see, there are already 3 migrants in the waiting area. All of them, they're holding their phones. Everyone had a phone, and they had connection, and but also I figured out something else, that there were a lot of other QR codes, and there is a lot of information on the wall, which is confusing as well, which is maybe camouflaging the pilot of the QR code. So I needed to go there each time and said, hey guys, this is this, blah, 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 blah. You're waiting for the doctor. Maybe you can navigate this. Maybe there wasn't a dedicated team to do this. This should be maybe prepared since the beginning, but it's a lesson learned also I wanted to share with you. And then, okay, these were the analytics. So until today, we had an 85 active user, and as you can see, it was not like constant. It was like ups and downs. Like the weekends, there was no activity because no one was working at IOM. But they said the daily new people was about 10 people. Between 5 and 10 people. Let me go there. Yes, this slide is very, very important. I wanted to show you this. Here are the challenges when you are disseminating and try to do like a field test. It's a behavioral and attitude as behavioral modification, even though the solution is already to work, like fixing someone's, like a frontliner challenge. Sometimes for them, it's they should not do it by themselves. Maybe you can hire, or you can delegate someone to help them. The social marketing and dissemination are very, very important. I have been also noticing some skepticism and data protection and selective demand from management, because I work in humanitarian, and due diligence for data protection is maybe higher because these are vulnerable people and literate people. But it's very, very important point, and it can break a little bit the excitement of someone who want to try and do like a field test, and let's push. So I succeeded into that, but I still think that there is a little bit of skepticism, The word-to-mouth strategy didn't work out when we did the field test. So you need to do something else if you are working with, I don't know, humanitarian field, or like a real field test with like really end users who have no clue. They don't know what are you talking about. The ability to understand the information is very, very important, because what I thought that can be explained in 30 seconds or 1 minute, maybe can take someone else 3 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes. A lot of people will be talking about workload, we are understaffed, So please, when you are doing the field test, keep in mind how to social market your solution, and in a way that everything is calculated, everything is taken into consideration. Thank you so much. And now let me go to my WhatsApp. And how many, like how much time still I have, Sean?
You got another 4 minutes.
Okay, cool,
We got
awesome,
20 minutes
great.
left and one team left.
Yeah, this is great. So let me start a new thing, like a new conversation. The other thing that I missed to say that this WhatsApp AI chatbot can also help host communities, which is a very, very good thing. Like it's not only for migrants. Anyone living in Tunisia can also use this solution because it's offering how to navigate health services in Tunisia is not providing. There are no specific information. There are maybe some specific information for migrants, but also if I'm a citizen from this country and I want to know about immunization, vaccination of my baby, it's the same thing. So I can still use this WhatsApp solution, and which is also, let's say, in the world of politics, it's very, very important when you are not creating a parallel system and saying that this is useful for migrants, refugees, and host communities and everyone living in this area. It's very, very important to, it's the inclusion, let's say, component of, and the equity component of your solution. I don't know.
Can you share the WhatsApp screen? We don't see that
Yes,
yet.
yes. Hey, WhatsApp screen. So if I'm, for example, I'm asking, I need to vaccinate my baby. What do you Hello, blah, blah, blah. And another very important point that because of the due diligence of terms and condition and consent, thank you, Gooey team, for working on this. Thank you, Ambika, Sean, that we struggled in the beginning that because this was on a paper-based thing and they needed to sign, then they needed to read for them the consent. Other people didn't really appreciate this, especially the doctors. They said, oh, they're wasting my time. These are like 4 pages of terms and condition. Then I'm not doing this. So we moved into providing the terms and condition online, and those who are interested, we really invite them before starting asking questions. And also the fear was that they're ignorant and they might provide their medical report, they might provide very sensitive data about their health condition or maybe their very, very specific situation. So this was really a very, very important thing. We were not able to disseminate without having the consent of the migrant. And this was like a really, really insightful and very genius solution to have the consent at the beginning, and the person can read it in English or French. Maybe later on we can add another form like in different languages based on what the person is writing in the beginning. And if they agree, I hit agree. So we can start now asking. We called it Afia. Afia means health in Arabic and also in Swahili. So it's a common language in Africa when you say Afia. So thank you for agreeing to vaccinate your baby. You can take your baby, and like these are like the standard message where you can go to vaccinate your baby. And also we have been providing, this was in the golden answers, that there is also a new I said digital platform online where also everyone can record, like ask for recording the vaccination of their baby. It's called eVax. It's also saying where to find the nearest vaccination center, how this can help, and many, many more information. So also we decided to put like kind of like 4 key suggestions. I think the main those were related to the main concerns, and based on the data collected by IOM. There was, I think, vaccination, questions about pregnancy, questions about mental health, And I think there was a fourth question that was about vaccination, like your nearest health service, pregnancy, and also, yeah, this is the one about mental health. I don't feel okay because of the vulnerability, and we have been noticing that there were a lot of not even, there were a lot of, I said, mental health conditions related to the migration route and the vulnerability and many other things. There's a thing, yeah, maybe everyone keeps not complaining, but noticing the fact that keeping the neutral tone, saying I'm sorry, I'm congratulations for pregnancy, I have to change the instructions. I forget about that, but also it's a lesson learned that for in some situation you need to avoid empathy or just it's very, very important to keep a neutral tone when you are dealing with beneficiaries. They might think that they can get benefits maybe using this just because the AI language is very using very empathetic, let's say, tone or language with them. So yeah, it's gonna provide the green phone number, like it's a helpline that is for free. Um, many other questions. Like, are there any any NGOs where
Just one thing we do have to, I want to leave time for the Seattle folks and then a few words.
yeah, almost there. It's very interesting. I just wanted to show you everything, but yeah, this is the overall solution, and I think it's very, very promising. It's already buzzing, and say there's a lot of excitement in the region and neighboring countries, and also in the regional office. They're monitoring and following this, and there is a big chance that let's hope that there is we can work on scaling up this. Thank you, and to Seattle, City of Seattle. Yeah, thank you,
Well,
everyone.
just a couple of comments that I wanted to say. And one thing that I really appreciated, Chadi, is
Yeah.
like as tech and geek people, we end up focusing a lot on, like, oh, this is my technical solution that I need. But I feel like you did a very good job illustrating that for people, especially, in dire situations all over the world or stressful
Mhm.
situations, and the people trying to serve them, there's a
Mhm.
thousand other things happening, right?
Exactly.
And if we don't take those deeply into consideration, we're going to make weird, irrelevant things. And so we
Yeah.
have to remain grounded. And I appreciate so much the pictures of some of the context that's provided there of like when you're trying to make stuff work for frontline workers in a impact related context and those beneficiaries, like there's so many other things that are happening and you're competing for that attention. And like we have to work through that and to share best practices around it. And like I'd love to we'll continue to brainstorm on like maybe in that first welcome message, we should include the video from somebody, that looks like they're actually from Tunisia that's explaining the
Mhm.
benefits of this thing. All
Mhm.
of those things, can be perhaps interesting insights to create trust. And then the other part is then to see in the dashboards that you showed, if we do those elements, if we make those changes, does this actually then help, retention and people going through and viral spread and all of those other parts. But thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate the framing and the challenges in particular that you
Mhm.
showed off there.
Thank you.